art nerds, today we are recording a Walmart gift guide. So here I am at the Luling Walmart. We're going to go inside and check out what kind of art goodies you can buy for your loved ones this year. Since it is Walmart, my main focus is going to be kid grade art supplies, and this is just kind of an average small town Walmart. So this is in Luling, Louisiana. You guys have heard me talk about this Walmart before. So the two sections we're paying the most attention to are the home office and the craft section. We're going to be seeing a lot of Crayola stuff. So first we are taking a look at the craft section, a lot of acrylic paints. So I know that in some of those art kits include acrylic paints. What I would recommend you guys do if you're buying art supplies for a younger artist is these apple barrel acrylic paints are really pretty decent. They're very affordable and they can be used on all sorts of different surfaces. Walmart frequently sells fabric paints as well, so you can get those here if you wanted to paint things like shoes, purses, or shirts. This section also has a variety of paint brushes to go with your acrylic paints. You're going to want to use a synthetic brush with stiffer bristles for these sort of acrylic paints, as they're going to give you better coverage than if you were using natural hair bristles. Now this is the very tiny art supply section in the Luling Walmart. Some years it's bigger, some years it's smaller. They actually have a selection of canvases this year. That's unusual. Now if you're buying brushes for a young artist, I would recommend you stay away from those foam brushes for most applications. They also have a selection of Canson papers. You guys probably know I am a fan of most Canson papers. I would recommend is just kind of good all-rounder paper, Canson's watercolor paper or their mixed media paper, and I like those in the spiral bound sketchbooks that you guys see, but they also have the watercolor paper in tape bound pads. They sell a variety of brushes. In the past, I've reviewed some of their Daler Rowney watercolor brushes. I really didn't like them, so I would recommend getting their synthetic brushes instead. Now, in the past, they've also sold Daler Rowney watercolors. You guys can see here, they do have a variety of things. They have Daler Rowney acrylics. They also have very inexpensive pencil sets like Generals. So now we're looking at kind of the kid grade stuff, and it's mostly kits. They really push a lot of STEAM stuff. I'm not really a big fan of STEAM. I think they only include the art so they can take the money and give it to tech. And I say this engaged to someone in tech. So what I'm going to focus on more is kind of like the Crayola and those sort of sets. Now, from my experience, you guys know I've reviewed a lot of art supplies for kids, for teens, for adults, and generally when it comes to the best bang for your buck, I say Crayola really delivers, particularly if you do not have the money for or access to higher grade art supplies. My favorites when it comes to Crayolas are Crayola Super Tips. You guys can see the 100 pack here. It's about $15. I think it's a great deal. I use Super Tips when I'm doing my kids videos very frequently. Their color pencils are also decent. They have a 100 pack of color pencils for the same price as the Super Tips. So for $30, you can get somebody 200 beautiful colors. Then, of course, they also have the larger crayon sets, including the 120 crayon set that comes with a standalone custom-built little sharpener. Now, I would recommend you avoid Crazy Art. That's just Rose Art rebranded. It is a little less expensive than Crayola, but there's going to be a performance dip, and people are going to kind of struggle to use them. They also have the larger Crayola markers. I know a lot of you Crayolography people, the people who like to do brush calligraphy using Crayolas, you guys might be interested in this because they have 64 different colors. I personally don't have any experience with this particular pack, but I know that there are some of you who enjoy that. Now, one of my favorite parts of going to Walmart is the stationery section. I love the stationery section, and they've recently started selling zebra mild liners. I really like zebra mild liners. They are pastel colored highlighters, very cute, great for someone in your life who loves stationery. This particular Walmart has a lot of ballpoint pens, not necessarily a lot of mechanical pencils, but they do have the Bic Velocity and Velocity Max. Now, I have a review where I've reviewed both of these pencils. I really like them. I'm all for the comfort grips. I think it's better to break your pencil than to break your hand. They also have the Zebra mechanical pencils. I have a review on those coming up in the near future as well. And they also have my favorite Pentel Click Erase erasers. I keep these in my pencil case all the time. I buy these for my students. They are also going to have the Pentel High Polymer white vinyl erasers. I really like those as well. So when it comes to comic drawing supplies for traditional comic artists, Walmart actually has quite a selection. You can get a variety of different leads. I really like the Pentel high polymer leads that you guys can see here. I really like the Pentel high polymer erasers. And then if you have a young artist, a great way to protect their art would be to buy a report cover and a pack of sheet protectors, or a binder and a pack of sheet protectors, and just slip their art inside those sheet protectors. It's going to keep their art safe. It's going to save it from getting damaged. It's going to prevent it from yellowing. And that's a great way to save some money, protect their art, and actually show that you care about their art, that you're invested in what they're doing. One of my Twitter followers said that her grandmother used to do that and would then give her the binder at the end of the year. And I think that's a really charming idea. It's a great way to show that you actually care about what they're doing and you're invested in what they're doing. Walmart also has a small selection of washi tape. They have some flower stickers, some petal stickers, and then just some general washi tape. I really like washi tape. I think it's fun. I use it as a low-tack tape to adhere my watercolors to different boards. There are people who do like bullet journaling who enjoy washi tape as well. It could be a really good little stocking stuffer. And then these are just some inexpensive pencil cases. Walmart, if you're buying for a not child and someone who maybe wants something that's a little more subdued, they don't really have a lot in terms of pencil cases. Now, these Exceed journals, they're supposed to be kind of like Moleskines or Lectotherm journals. I couldn't find any that didn't have any sort of ruling or dots in them, no plain ones. And then this is the Crayola Ultra Smart case. Now, on my Twitter a while back, I was talking a lot about different kinds of art kits, my recommendations for different art kits. The Smart Art case, or the Smart case, I really like it because you have this really nice, well-built plastic case that's going to be refillable. As your kids use up their supplies, you can replace it. There's all kinds of goodies in here. It really folds out. Some of the parents, some of the older people have commented that they didn't want to give Crayola because their kids have decided that Crayola is for little kids. I do kind of think that's a shame, because with these art kits like the ones I'm showing you, the materials inside these art kits, look, I've compared both. Crayola does perform better than these. So in my opinion, as a professional comic artist who reviews art supplies, I would say get the Crayola over these unbranded random kits. But I do understand that the hard sell, the packaging does kind of make the difference. So now we're looking at some more pencil cases. These are little locking pencil cases. And I think they're kind of expensive for what they are because they're very easy to break into. They also have sketch diaries and sketch pads, as well as Crayola's construction paper. So, they also have these fun things like the Crayola melter. I know that wasn't reviewed so well, but what I'm really interested in is the air marker sprayer. I don't plan to purchase it myself out of pocket, but I'm very interested. And if anybody would like to sponsor a review of this, you guys can join me over on my Patreon at patreon.com/netosoup. If you are a parent, or if you've used this sprayer and you want to share your input, if you liked it, you want to talk about it, get a hold of me. You can leave a comment down in the description below, or you can email me. Now you guys can see some of the other art kits. They're big, they come in nice wooden boxes, but again, when you're buying these kits for the prices that you're paying, you're really paying for the box, the nice box. And we're going to talk about this a lot in my Michaels review. Now, when I was a kid, I would have loved this. Like, I'm not joking. I probably would not have realized that the supplies inside were as bad as they were. I would have blamed myself for that. I would have figured that I'm the one who just doesn't know how to make art, doesn't know how to use these materials. And when you have a budding young artist, that's really something you don't want them to have to struggle with. You don't want them to struggle more than necessary to learn how to use the materials. So while these kits are very colorful, this one has lots of rainbow colors and neons, I personally would not buy this kit for a child in my life or a young person in my life. I would skip this kit. Now, I would probably do my Christmas shopping for a young artist at Michaels personally, or at a local art supply store. Like if I'm in New Orleans, I would go to David's, or if I was in Nashville, I would probably go to Plaza or to Jerry's. But I know that going to art supply stores is not necessarily an option for everyone. That's why we're doing our Walmart art supply guide instead. So what I would recommend over this kit is I would allocate $20 and I would buy them, if it were me shopping, I would buy them the Canson XL watercolor pad or the Canson XL mixed media paper. Those are going to work with a wide variety of different materials. I would buy them a set of the synthetic brushes that you guys saw in the craft section. If this is a kid who's interested in using acrylics, I would get them some different apple barrel acrylics. So talking about paper, Walmart has cardstock in a variety of colors. Now, when I was a young comic artist, I didn't know about Bristol, so I did my comics on cardstock, and even now, sometimes I do my alcohol marker illustrations on cardstock. You can get a ream of paper for about $14. That's hundreds of sheets of paper that kids can just go through if they want. So it's a very economical way to provide them with a lot of paper so they can do a lot of drawing. Cardstock is a heavier weight paper. They have some nicer brands like Nina, and then they have some more affordable brands. But even a small pack of Nina cardstock is only about $4, and it's great for inking. It's good for alcohol markers. So now we're looking at this Walmart's small scrapbooking section. They actually have some Cricut stuff, which kind of took me by surprise. They have a lot of stickers. They have a lot of scrapbooking paper. This can also be a great area if you're looking for just like some additional stuff. If your kid, if your loved one likes to do mixed media or a variety of paper things, that could be a good one for them. So now we're looking at, this is the sewing section, but they have a bunch of different art kits in this section. And it's kind of Crayola versus one of the Art 101 kits. So you guys can see that here. And they cost about the same. The inspiration kit, I will admit, it does look like it's for a younger artist, but I can tell you the materials in the Crayola kit are going to perform much better. It comes with colored pencils. It does come with some crayons. It comes with super tips, which you guys should know I like. And then it comes with the Crayola fine tip markers. So to me, that is really going to be a more usable set. The Art 101 set does come with some markers. Those are going to just be the fine tip. They're going to run kind of dry. It comes with crayons. It comes with watercolor cakes, oil pastels, sketch pencils. I know it seems more impressive, but it's really a lot of stuff they're going to kind of struggle to use. So if you're going dollar for dollar, I, Nato Soup Studio, recommend you go with the Crayola Inspiration Art Set. Now, your mileage may vary. Different Walmarts are going to have different selection. That's why I pointed out that this is the Luling Walmart. This is a fairly small town. You might want to go into a larger town if you're looking for affordable art supplies, or you may want to take your search online to places like Amazon. So I hope you guys found this helpful, useful, and informative. I will see you guys again soon with another review. Bye, guys!